What's up? It's Whitney, bro. For today's look, I am going to be recreating a look by a friend of mine. Her name is Erica Tesla on YouTube, Instagram. I think she has a TikTok as well. Anyway, she did this gorgeous look with the Sigma Rosa palette, and it really inspired me to recreate it because I loved how it looked. I'm going to insert a photo or a little clip of her video here. Yeah, so we're just going to get into it. A couple of the products she used I don't have. She did start with a Danessa Myricks nude color and then went in with like a peachy liquid eyeshadow. I don't have either of those products, so we're just going to go in with the powder and hope it turns out the same. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my trusty, what is this called? Perfect Prime eyeshadow primer from Be Perfect. It is my absolute favorite eyeshadow primer. I find that it works with any and all eyeshadow formulas. You know how sometimes you'll get a primer and you're like, this is just not agreeing with this eyeshadow formula. This is one that is very, very agreeable. I basically haven't used any shadow with this where it hasn't worked. So, and it's kind of the same nude color as the color fix she used. So we'll just roll with it. And she used only one brush, the dual-sided brush that comes with the Rosa palette. So that's what we're going to do. The first shade she went in with was this beautiful peach shade right here called a Hybrid. And it was a gorgeous halo eye. So we're going to recreate that exact same shape. My look is already looking a little bit more like orangey peach than hers was. But, you know, it's a recreation, not a duplication. So we're just going to roll with it. And I'm just going to blend the edges out so it makes it a little easier to blend. And just kind of get rid of some of the excess on the brush by blending out those edges. I need to get like a color switch or something, but I just use a baby wipe, so it'll be fine. It's like a dried out baby wipe, not a wet baby wipe. So next up, she went in with the shade Apricot, however you say that, this kind of nude tone here. And then just use that to blend out the tops of the peach. Also, if you can hear Doug in the background, you know, enjoy. It is starting to blend together a little bit more, but we're going to go in with the shade Shakespeare right here, which is this deeper kind of almost plum leaning shade, and deepen up the peach with that. Like I said, mine is going to look a little different just because I didn't have those initial products that she used. But we're just going for a similar vibe. till I'm satisfied with the depth. I'm just going to keep going back and forth with those colors real quick. I'm going to do that off camera and I'll be right back. So I've built those shades up now to where it's a little closer to what hers looked like. So next we're going to go in with the shade High Society right here, which I don't think I've ever even used. Yeah, I might have swatched it like once because the imprint is like pristine. But I'm just going to go in with my finger and just gently tap that on the lid. After she went in with the shade High Society, she went ahead and used the shade Sun Sprite right here and just tapped that all over the middle of the halo eye. I adore halo eyes. I feel like they look the best on my eye shape. I don't know if she did this step or not, but I'm going to go in with that hybrid shade that we initially used, and I'm just going to use that shade to blend the edges of the gold a little bit. Oh, it made it too skinny. We don't want it that skinny. Yeah, be careful if you do that, because I accidentally erased some of that gold, and that wasn't my goal. My goal was to just feather the edges of it a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do my base off camera. There's a video I'm making about my base routine specifically, so look out for that, but I'll do my base and then I'll come back and we'll finish up the eyes. Okay, so I've went ahead and done my base, got my lips peachy pink to match the eyes. We're going to go back in with those same shades that we used on our eyes, on the under eye, and I'm just going to use the E54 medium sweeper, the other side of the brush, and just gently place that on the outer corner. And just meet it back up with the outside. And then I'm going to wipe the brush off now that I've gotten that color everywhere we want it, just so there's no pigment sitting directly on top of it. And I'm going to go back in with that hybrid shade, which was the very first one that we used. And I'm going to put that closer to the inner corner. And when you do that, you're going to kind of smooth it into that darker shade so that you create that slight gradient on your under eye. Those are the two shades that she went in with, so I'm just going to leave it there. She did put lashes on, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I will be back. All right, guys, so there you have it. The peachy look that is a recreation of my friend Erica's eyeshadow. Please go check her channel out and her social media. I will have it all linked below, and I really hope you guys liked this look. I opted for no highlighter just because of how glossy my skin is, but could always throw on a peachy pink highlighter to go with everything. I think she probably used a highlighter, but I decided not to because I really liked the monochromatic look. And again, my skin is very dewy and hydrated, so you know what I'm saying. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far in the video, you're a real one. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!